welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Harper of Harper Crochets, and today I am going to show you everything that I made in April. I have a huge pile beside me. I've broken it into 4 categories. Let's get started. So first of all, we have these adorable little cat hand glove mitten things. They're not joined at the fingers, but it looks like they are, and you get this adorable little paw pad and little toe beans, which I think is super cute, and I have made these for a market that I'm going to in July, which is cat themed. The next thing we have is this star bag, which is a bit smaller than the other star bags I've made before, and again similar to the star bags in one of my previous videos that I made. Haven't lined it, but I've done the crocheting part of it, which I think is the bit that counts for a what I crocheted in April video, so I'm showing it to you here. It's got a nice long strap, so it's a lovely shape and size, and I think it's really cute. Then moving swiftly on, we have this rainbow bag which has a flap but does not have a button yet because I haven't bought a button. It has a chunky strap and it is just a little shoulder bag. This one, however, is lined quite messily, I have to admit. Like, the stitching is not perfect, but I'm really happy with it, and it was the first bag that I ever lined. Next, for accessories, we have this market bag, which looks, the strap is really stretched. So this is like a full crossbody strap because it's really long, but the actual bag part doesn't look that long until you stretch it out, and then once it's stretched, the capacity is huge! It is huge! I've been using this for buying large amounts of yarn and fabric at my local craft store. Then finally, for accessories, we have a commission which I got from a friend to make a cat ear beanie for his mum, actually, because I made him one for his birthday and his mum saw it and thought it was adorable and wanted me to make one for her as well, so I did that. If I can, I will find like where I sent him a picture of it on Instagram and I will just chuck it here for you. That is all of the accessories that I have made. The next category I'm going to show you is clothing items. This first clothing item I finished on the 5th of April and I started it on the 30th, I believe, of the month before, so it didn't take me very long to do at all. This was a pattern test, and this is the Cypress tank top by Made by Grace on Instagram. Again, I will link her below as I usually do. I will bring you a bit closer so you can see this gorgeous stitch pattern going on. It's not just plain, it's like a sort of star floral effect, which I think is really cute. I will insert some pictures from my Instagram of me wearing it and modelling it, because I love those pictures, and those pictures actually did really well on my Instagram, so everybody else loved it too, which is really nice. This pattern is now out. It is available to purchase. Go get it. I believe it is on Etsy and Reuploading. It's a pattern that you can purchase. Go buy it now. It's an amazing pattern. It's super cute. It's the next wearable I actually finished the day after, so I finished it on the 6th, and that is, that you will have seen in a whip video, the skull vest dress. Okay, a little bit of explanation if you haven't seen this before because you haven't seen my previous videos. I started making a skull in tapestry crochet and it was taking me forever because I picked the wrong stitch, I picked the wrong yarn. It was my first ever tapestry crochet project and it was going badly, but I was so committed, I didn't want to frog it. So when I'd finished it, it was huge and I decided to turn it into a dress, and you can't even see it because it's so ridiculously big. Let me try hold it up. It is a dress with a skull on. I have added these side vents that are lace up like a corset. The back also has pleats on because I made the back panel far too big, so I just decided to pleat it instead of frogging it all. That is the massive skull graphic that I crocheted onto it. You can see these little bits, they're kind of messy, but again, I'm still really happy with it. It was my first tapestry crochet project. I've done so many more since, but I now know what I'm doing and I finally finished it. I have been working on it for months and it's finally done and I love it so much. And again, pictures from my Instagram, which again did really well. So I'm really happy about that. I'm glad that everybody loved it. Finally, for clothing, we have something that I can't show you because it was part of an art swap that I did with a wonderful lady on Instagram whose name is Pumpkin Spice Stitches. Go check her out. She's absolutely incredible. She creates the cutest plushies. She's an amazing pattern tester, and she's been so supportive to me as like a smaller page, and I made her some clothing items and she made me some plushies. And I made her a crop top, a little bralette kind of situation in this gorgeous cotton yarn, and I lined the cups as well because it was kind of rough, so she was, you know, no irritation going on. And a snood that matched in the same colours, and I will try and get permission from her to put like a picture or like her reel that she filmed of her unboxing it into this video, and if I don't, then you're just gonna have to take my word for it that I made it. Sorry. But that's another thing that I made, and I made that on the 8th. My next two categories are big ones. This little bunny in a little pinafore dress, and I love it so much. It's like all ruffly, and then at the back it's got crisscross straps with a little bow holding the straps together. There you go, you can see that better, which I think is super cute. It's got this adorable little nose mouth bit, and I gave it some eyebrows to make it all like cute. Next up on my list are the mini things that I have in this Shein bag. If you watch my previous videos, you'll know how I use Shein bags to store the things that I make. That's going to be really loud in the video, isn't it? The next little plushies I made are miniature plushies, and for some reason... Oh wait, I used different yarn, that's why they turned out completely different. I used the exact same pattern. This is my pattern that I have written. I think this one I've actually done upside down, so it should be that way around. It's a potato, it's a positivity potato, which I've been seeing all over Facebook, and I thought it'd be super cute for me to make some. It's got little indents, and it's just very lumpy and potato-esque, but I think he's super cute. He's got a nice little smile hidden away. And then yeah, I made a second one in a slightly different yarn, which is, as you can see, is ever so slightly a different colour. I'm going to be making and selling these at my market for like a couple of quid. It's just a, I hope this cheers you up and makes your day. I'll have a positivity potato, and it'll have like a little slogan with it of like a happy phrase and stuff. And I'm just hoping it'll make a few people's day, even if they don't sell well, because they're not like the prettiest. I'm hoping it will just make somebody's day. Then we have another plushie that I don't actually currently have with me because I have sold it. It is a T-Rex pattern by Blue Phone Studios on Etsy and Instagram. It went to Germany actually, which is very exciting. And I made one in purple with pink stripes, and that's the one that I sold and went to Germany. I'm pretty sure I have a photo which will be inserted here. And then I made that on the 13th, and then on the 14th I loved the pattern so much that I made this one. I gave it nostrils and a little smiley face and hearts on the cheeks and eyebrows, and I love it so much. It is the cutest pattern. This does have to be quite an expensive item at markets and online when I sell them, because it takes about 400 grams of yarn, which is quite a lot, and lots of stuffing and a long time. I do charge minimum wage for my time, but I still have to charge those 4 or 5 hours worth of time, and that can get quite pricey quite quickly. So these I am selling for £30. Can you give me an indicator below in the comments if like you think that's a fair price, or if I need to raise it or lower it? Would you personally pay £30 for a big chubby dinosaur like this? I think it's the most gorgeous pattern, and I would pay £30 for this, but I could be delusional. Next are 3 cat plushies that I made. This little loaf cat, which I think is absolutely adorable. It's so tiny. This is using Bernat blanket yarn. It's got a cute little nose, little legs. And then I found a different pattern that I decided to follow, again with Bernat yarns, and I made this much bigger one, which is no sew, well, limited sew. You just have to sew on the tail, and the legs are bobble stitches, whereas on this mini cat the legs are spheres, little circles, which you have to individually sew on. Both of these will be coming to my cat market with me, and I think they're super cute. Final cat plush is this sitting cat, which sits really nicely just in the palm of my hand. In the palm of my hand. If you cup it a little bit, it doesn't, like, if you hold your hand flat it falls, but it will sit flat on a table. It has quite big ears, which I like to point forwards, gorgeous nose, some little eyes, and the tail that wraps around the body, and I think it's super cute. Next is another big plushie that I made, and ooh, you can see it in the corner, ooh, is a fox. I followed the pattern by Rose and Lily Amigurumi, I believe, on YouTube, and he turned out super cute. Again, super derpy. He's got the whites to his eyes, which I think is a really nice touch, and eyebrows and a little muzzle that sticks out from the face, and the head's a bit floppy, but I think it's still really cute. And if you hold him still, the head doesn't flop about. It's only if you like shake him that the head flops about. And I just think, look at him, he's nodding, he's having a party. Woo! It's a headbanging fox. I changed the tail on the pattern, cat hair, to make it longer so it's more fox-like in my opinion, but I think I might make another one with the shorter tail that the pattern called for. And again, this is going to be a higher priced item, but I think it's totally worth it because I think it's adorable. Next up, I made some squid from a pattern that I found on Instagram, and this first squid I forgot to put the eyes in, so I had to embroider them, as you can kind of see, and I also embroidered a mouth. This second squid I did safety eyes and no mouth, and I don't know which is cuter. I think they're both cute but for very different reasons, so let me know which you preferred. I think they're cute. Next we have this, which is a snake, and he has little eyes on either side of his head, and he's all curly, so you can curl him up or you can stretch him out. Not too long, I don't think. I was just using up some scrap colours that I had, so he's not like snake coloured. I still think he's a really fun colour and that some kid is going to absolutely love this snake, also because you can just wrap around your neck and sit on your shoulders, which I think is some kid is going to absolutely love. Next up, using some banat blanket yarn and baby blanket yarn, I made 4 of these little whales, and it was a free pattern that I found on Instagram to make a baby whale, and because I used banat blanket yarn, which is quite a big yarn, it turned out quite big. And I have 1, 2, and for some reason they all turned out slightly different. That's just because I'm bad at crocheting apparently. 3, and then finally 4, who again I forgot to put the safety eyes in, so I embroidered eyes and also embroidered a mouth. These 3, as you can see, do not have mouths. This one does, so again, let me know which you prefer, which you think is going to sell better, which would you buy personally. Then with the yarn left over from making the 2 cats and the fox, I made some mini mushrooms, which again I just think are absolutely darling. Oh, look at that. It's just a tiny little mushroom, and I've got 1, 2, 3 small little mushrooms that I'm going to sell for £3 each. Oh my god, this clip is 25 minutes long. I'm going to have to refilm this entire video. I have 3 more which I'm going to show off very quickly. I have this heart that I crocheted just quickly with no pattern, which I think is really cute and I'm going to sell for cheap at a market. This octopus, which I thought was too big to go on a keychain, but again, really cute. And finally, these 2 cherries, which if I can get to stop spinning and spin the right way, you will see have little eyes. Again, another really tiny, really cute plushie. And the final category is keychains. I have this bag of keychains. Let's just do a real quick whiz through. We have purple octopus, pink octopus, miniature angry leggy froggy, which I have to say is one of my favourites. Look at that little derpy face. A mini mushroom, mini bee, a mini whale, frog with a white belly. No, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. A chubby little frog on a keyring. This axolotl baby on a keyring. This little grey, oh, spinning, kitty cat, which is this little cat head, which has little eyes and a little face. And then we also have this ginger one. My favourite, which I think came out the best, is this other ginger one. Another little octopus on a keychain. Blue flower. Another bee. And an even smaller bee. And yes, another octopus, another bee. Another flower. This one I think I prefer a little bit more. A mini heart on a keyring. A different kind of mushroom. And finally, 1 more chubby little frog. Alright, that is it. Whew. As always, thank you for watching. If you are interested in buying any of these products, please check out my Etsy shop. It will be linked below. And if you don't find what you want there, either comment on this video, message me on Instagram, and I can get you whatever you want. If you want to commission something, if you want the specific thing that you've seen in this video, I can do that for you. Something that I just wanted to go into very quickly. I was planning to do a giveaway when I hit 100 followers because I thought, wow, that is a milestone for a very small channel like me. And since my last video, we're now at 350 something subscribers, which I just cannot quite believe. Like, I was going to do a giveaway and in this video for 100 subscribers, and now we're at 350 and I don't know what to do. Like, do I do a 100 follower giveaway? Do I do a 300 subscriber giveaway? When do I do a giveaway? Because I want to do something to celebrate, but I have no idea what to do. I'm pretty sure I've said this already, but thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time, which should be a market prep video. just tune in for that really. I am losing the plot. Hope to see you here again very, very soon. Goodbye!